I'm Charles Onyett, Executive Editor at IGN, and this is Anthony Gallegos, Editor at IGN, and we cover PC games, and it's been a really interesting year for PC games.
It really has.
One of the highest profile titles is Diablo 3. Obviously that had huge sales, and it's been a really good year for the loot game subgenre in general, Diablo 3 being one of them.
Yeah, and then we also had Torchlight, which obviously you loved and we all loved a lot, and then Borderlands 2, which is a little bit more of a shooter, yes, but there's still the loot grind aspect of it that, you know, is very similar to Diablo 3 and Torchlight. Yeah, and I mean, and we'd be remiss talking about RPGs and loot games and all that without saying Guild Wars 2, right?
Oh yeah, so I mean, it's also been a big year for MMOs. We've seen, I mean, World of Warcraft received another expansion this year, the fourth one, Mists of Pandaria, which it's still a really good game. I mean, I know a lot of people love to hate on that, but I'm sorry, Mists of Pandaria is a really good expansion. But really, I mean, the one to talk about is Guild Wars 2, and what ArenaNet was able to accomplish there was just so impressive. And it's the type of thing that you go back and play other MMOs after you've played Guild Wars 2, and you just kind of wish it was more like Guild Wars 2. It's that kind of an effect, and it showed that they were really smart about how they implemented a lot of game rules to make it a really cooperative, really fun experience that doesn't feel like a grind until you get to the end level item grind. We've seen the rise of smaller titles to prominence.
Smaller titles that catch on with social networks in a way that big games can't even keep up with.
It's true. I mean, you've got games like FTL, Hotline Miami, both amazing games, really, really memorable games, and I think worthy to be in end-of-year award conversations.
I think so too, yeah. It's nice that these things with a relatively small budget, they can take risks and make something that is totally different than anything you'll ever see a big publisher make.
Yeah, and I mean, speaking though of big publishers taking risks, we also see the resurgence of more older school PC ideas modernized in something like XCOM Enemy Unknown from Firaxis, which was, you know, it's a big studio game, but that's a hardcore turn-based strategy game.
Yeah, I never thought I'd see another one of those made ever, so it's really awesome to see that not only did they make one, but it turned out really great.
Yeah, it turned out really well and proved that you can evolve that formula in a way that's still fun and isn't this, you know, I mean, the old game is a great game, but if you're new to old school XCOM, it's like...
This is a much better introduction.
There's a learning curve there. The interface is not amazing. And then, I mean, we've also got, you know, free-to-play is just all over the place at this point. It's pretty common in any PC game. The most popular PC games, not surprisingly, are free-to-play. And we've also seen a lot of really great free-to-play first-person shooters. PlanetSide is just coming out, and we've also seen like Tribes and Blacklight. Of course, there's still, you know, you've got Call of Duty that came out, and it's still a really good game.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
I mean, obviously there are a lot of features there for somebody who wants to play, you know, multiplayer online and competitive aspects, or the zombie mode.
Yeah, there's...
Transit with a Z.
There is a ton of gameplay in Call of Duty Black Ops 2. It's one of the reasons that it's one of my favorite games of the year.
But that's an overview of PC for this year, and stay tuned for IGN's Best of 2012 awards.